So to get started, I did prep my skin off camera, not with product, but just I did a new Ole Hendrickson Fat Glow Facial mask, and because it has no like AHAs or BHAs, you can do it like right before your makeup, and it's like a surface level like buffing exfoliant mask, so you just kind of have like a nice clean slate to get started. So I have a few since I filmed, God, like I literally don't know how long ago that video was filmed, but like my obsessions and the prep products that I'm using, I have like basically completely changed that up as we all do. So I did want to show everybody what I've been using under my makeup, and alright, so first up, before I do my makeup and my face is clean, I go in with the Ole Hendrickson Banana Bright Eye Cream. This stuff is the bee's knees, y'all. I am not playing around. It is so good. It actually helps extend the life of your concealer by 8 hours. So I just kind of go in. Something else that's cool about this, it's called Banana Bright, but there's actually nothing banana in it. It's just banana powder, like banana pigments from like, you know, like the classic like banana powder. So it kind of helps create like an even slate. So I will just do, my mirror's like over here too, by the way. So because it helps extend the life of your concealer, I do kind of go like a little crazy because I use concealer crazy. So I will start by just rubbing that in. Smells so good, oh my god. And recently I've been getting so many compliments on my skin with my makeup, and I'm like, thank you so much. Like, it's obviously the prep. So because I put concealer in my T-zone and on my forehead, I do like to use a Banana Bright eye cream there. You don't have to do that. Like, you could just use it under your eyes, but to each his own. Next up, in the heart of the video, the new Fenty Hydrating Primer, y'all. She went and did the damn thing. So I've been using the new Fenty Beauty Hydrating Primer. It looks very similar to the original primer, which I can show you here. So this is the original, this is the new hydrating, but I have dry ass skin, so I like to use the new one. I've been wearing the new hydrating primer and foundation for about a week now, and before anyone clocks me, I got it before it launched, so yes, I have been wearing it for over a week. So sorry, I have my window open. I'm like neighborhood watch up here. I put that everywhere else. Yeet. I put that everywhere else on my face. If you've been following me for a while, you know that my obsession was Peter Thomas Roth Water Drench. This has a very similar texture. It is water-based as well. So it's just like slick and slidey and just super hydrating, and it feels so good. So I just put that everywhere. I even do put it like over the Banana Bright just because a girl can get never too much moisture in her face. So now we are prepped. We are ready to go. And now let's talk about the new foundation. Okay, so I have the original and the new one to show you. A couple main differences, I would say, obviously, the feeling of them. So if you are a fan of the original soft matte, you probably have somewhere between oily and combo skin. It does have a nice powder dry down, and it is a cult favorite. However, for those of us who do not have combo or oily skin and we are just dry as the desert, thank you to the Riri gods for the new Fenty Beauty Hydrating Foundation. Y'all, oh my gosh. It is so freaking good. I've been wearing it, like I said, for about a week, and I feel so good in it. Like, I wear it for a really long time, and I have literally no issues with it whatsoever. So yeah, I am gonna show you guys how I apply it. I am typically 185. However, I did not get 185 sent to me. I think it's coming. So I am wearing shade 180. It is a little bit kind of warm for me, but that's okay. It like blends out beautifully. I did like a pump and a half on my finger. And then I'm just going to apply it kind of around everywhere. That's honestly probably way too much anyway, so I'm just gonna go in with my fingers. One of the ingredients in this foundation is grapeseed oil for hydration, and it really just like at the end of the day I still feel good. Like it looks the same as it did when I put it on, which is hard to do. Obviously those people with oily skin, I know your makeup tends to move a little bit more during the day, but like I said, I have dry skin and my makeup pretty much sticks once I put it on. And this just still looks so hydrated and it feels hydrated still at the end of the day. So I patted it, I don't even know if that's a word. I look kind of ghostly right now, excuse me. Let me get it off my lips. Okay, so once I kind of throw it all around in a circle with my hands, I do go in with my beauty blender and just kind of pat that all around. Okay, so now that it is all evenly distributed, it feels really nice. This foundation is hydrating. It's more of a feeling versus a finish. It's still gonna give you like a soft, natural finish. It's not glowy, it's not dewy, it's just hydrating. So it's like a feeling, it just feels hydrated. I am loving it though, and I'll show you guys how it all layers up, which is so nice. Next up is my concealer. I am using the Fenty Beauty concealer in 185. I really enjoy this concealer. It is enough coverage without it feeling like super cakey. Like I feel like it gets the job done, but it's not too much. I am going to blend it out with the Fenty Beauty concealer brush, if I can find it. There it is. With the Fenty Beauty concealer brush, it is number 180. And yeah, so I'm gonna do that and then I'll come right back. All right, so because I am a dry-skinned human, I've worked so hard over the last like 6 or so months to try to get as much cream product as I can into my regimen, because I was using a lot of powders like powder contour, powder to bake, and I just was like, God, I'm dry and I look so cakey, like in person I felt. So I recently made the switch. to the Fenty Beauty cream contour sticks. I was using the LA Girl, like the Pro Conceal, and while it did work, I feel that the Fenty ones are just like creamier. They're not quite as liquidy, so they do kind of settle more natural into my skin. I am using the color Mocha, which does maybe seem too dark, but I swear it works. So I'm going to show you guys how I do that. Alright, so now that we are ready to go, I'm going to go in with my handy dandy, ever so trusty Morphe E8. This is the brush that I use to cream contour. It has never done me dirty, and I love this. So I always start with my forehead. Don't ask why, I just do. So I do a rubbing motion and then I do a kind of push stipple motion as well, just to really diffuse the contour, make sure it's all even out. So yeah, I kind of do that on my cheeks and my forehead. Alright, so now that we have the very base of the contour, we are going to start to blend that in a little bit. I am always a proponent of like use what you love, and again, if you followed me for a while, I have not always used Fenty, but like I got on a Fenty kick and it's so good. So you see I'm just like blending it from this to that. It's so creamy and the formulas just like melt together, and that is really kind of what I'm going for. So I am not sponsored, but I really do love the Fenty like face color products for contour and foundation. So that is the base of that. I am going to use my tried and true Too Faced translucent setting powder just a little bit. I did switch up how much I set my face, so if you want to kind of see what I do, I take my Kat Von D double-sided, they don't sell this anymore, but you can get this side, contour brush. I take a little bit of powder. I used to bake, but now I don't bake. I just kind of like take a little bit of powder and dust it under my eyes. I do tend to crease a little bit, like everybody, under my eyes. So I take a little bit of powder right on the sides of my nose, around, and then a little bit in my forehead because I'm a very expressive person, so I don't want my forehead to crease. But I am using like the tiniest amount of powder. Now, a little trick that I have been doing, not a trick, just something that I've been doing, is right here when I've done my foundation, my concealer, my contour, my powder, I do go in with my ever so trusty all-nighter setting spray from Urban Decay, and I do a quick layer on my face just to kind of set it, and then I start doing everything else. Okay, so we're gonna fan this. Alright, so I am going to quickly do my brows off camera because nothing about my brow routine has changed. I am still using the Precisely My Brow from Benefit. I use shade 6, but they have like a lot of options for you if you are not dark haired like I am. I highly recommend this pencil. I love it so much. So yeah, I am going to do this off camera really quickly and I'll be right back. Okay, so my brows are done. I have recently been shaving my brows into like a different shape. I really want like super straight across brows. I'm too chicken to completely shave the tails off because I'm like, y'all, if I don't have my makeup on, I'm gonna look crazy. It works for Jeffree Star, but I am not Jeffree Star. So anyways, but I've been kind of working on my eyebrows to get them into like a new shape, keep it funky, keep it fresh. Now with my eyeliner, not much has changed. However, I did go back to my Kat Von D tattoo liner. I mean, can you really mess with greatness? No. So I use my Kat Von D tattoo liner to create the wing all the way down to like the center of my eye, and then to get that really thin inner corner, like kind of hugging my waterline, I do use the NYX, what the heck is this even called? NYX Matte Liquid Liner. I'm going to do my eyeliner off camera and I'll be right back. Now, one thing really quickly, I am going to do a quick little eyeshadow, not even eyeshadow, I'm going to use a highlighter on my eyes, and I am going to use the Fenty Kilowatt Foil Palette. I have not used this yet, but it is gorgeous. The packaging is everything. I was really inspired by somebody yesterday at Sephora who did a Euphoria inspired look, and I am going to potentially go in with, what is this shade? Scandal Ice, which is this really pretty like iridescent, let me do a swatch. It's like this really pretty iridescent purple highlighter, so I am going to do that on my eyes, and then I'm going to do my eyeliner on top. Okay, so we have the Kilowatt Foil eyeshadow on and my liner in my classic cat eye vibe. I have also changed mascaras. I am using the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. This is the best mascara. It is better than sex. And if you also, please, I hope you got that pun. One thing that I think is really cute about this mascara is Marc Jacobs was inspired by his grandmother, who used to shave velvet to put on her eyelashes as mascara, and that's why it's called Velvet Noir. And I don't know why, but I think that's like the cutest little story. And also, like, I never thought of like shaving velvet. I didn't know that was an old beauty trick, so I love that. So I'm gonna do a light layer of mascara because I do still wear my Ardell Demi Wispies on top. Okay, so we are on to my favorite step of my makeup routine, which is my nose surgery. I am still using Extra by Morphe. I've used a little bit of it, I should say. I've hit pan, but that's okay, it's a massive pan. And as always, never have I given up my loyalty to Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. I do now buy these singles. I also maybe use this one a little bit. Luckily I have a new one, so but this is what I use to contour my nose, and here we go. I gotta look at my little mirror right down the center. I'm gonna be a YouTuber. Let me hold my mirror right here, right down the center, and then right on the tip. Let me get my hand out of the frame. Come on, Morgan. So it is my aesthetic to have like a blinding nose highlight. It's not for everybody, but it is for me. I go into the Kat Von D, and then I start here and trace down the lines. Alright, so now that my nose is contoured, I am going to highlight my cheeks, get myself together, and then I will come back with the finished look. Okay, so my face is set, brow gel's in, lashes are on. This is the hydrating foundation. I really love it. Like, really, really love it. And I feel like I have nothing on. Like, my skin, like, it doesn't feel clogged. It literally just doesn't feel like I have foundation on. So if you are not a fan of the original and like the feeling, 100% give the new one a try. It is the bomb. The other thing that I was going to show really quickly is my nude lip combo, which has not changed either, but it is how I just like to seal off all of my looks, which is the Bow and Arrow Kat Von D lip liner, Bow and Arrow Kat Von D liquid lip, and the Morphe Virgin. I do Virgin like kind of right in the middle, so I'm going to pop that on really quickly and I'll be back for the finished look. Okay, so now that I have my lipstick on, I am a complete person. This is the final look. Little Euphoria inspired highlighter on the lids, my classic nude lip, and the new Fenty foundation, which again, I am really, really obsessed with. 10 out of 10. I think Fenty knocked it out of the park with this one. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you go give the new Fenty foundation a try. I really feel like you're gonna like it, and thank you again as always for watching. I have a fun video planned, so hopefully by next week I'll have that one up, and as always, thank you guys for watching. Yes, I was seriously filming.
I'm sorry. I hate being on camera.